Today, we're talking about something that most people overlook. Something that's not loud, not praised, and often misunderstood. Silence. But not just the absence of noise, not just the act of being quiet. No, what we're discussing is the deliberate, intentional, disciplined kind of silence that tells you more than asking ever could. Because in a world that worships opinions, reacts to everything and fills every second with commentary, there is power, raw, honest, cutting power in holding your tongue, in observing before speaking, and sometimes in not speaking at all. Silence isn't emptiness, it's not absence, it's presence. It's awareness, it's stepping back from the noise to see things as they are, not as they're presented. Silence shows you patterns, it shows you character. It shows you the difference between what someone says and what they are. And most importantly, silence shows you yourself. Ask a question and people perform, respond with ego, with defense, but go quiet and they unravel. Their tone, their nervousness, their deflections, it all tells a story. Silence doesn't interrogate, it reveals. And that applies to relationships too. When you stop talking, you see what's left. Real connection or conditional performance. If they can't sit with your silence, they were never listening to your words. In conflict, silence is control. The world teaches you to react, to explain, but silence leaves people with their own echo. That discomfort, that's their reflection, not yours. You learn who panics when you don't engage, who needs your energy to function. Even in yourself, silence reveals the truth. What thoughts arise when there's no audience? What do you fear when no one's listening? Silence exposes the noise you carry inside, and you know, when you sit with it long enough, it teaches you who you really are. And in that stillness, your clarity sharpens. You begin to see people for what they are, not just what they present. You watch who only engages when you entertain, who listens back, and who, well, feeds off chaos. That's not confrontation. That's discernment. If you're still watching this, now's a good time to like, comment, and subscribe to Digital Stoic for more content that helps you tap into the mental edge most people ignore. Think about it. Two people argue. One's loud, one's still. Who holds the power? Often the one who waits, who doesn't need to prove. Leaders understand this. The best ones speak with intention, not reaction. They observe before acting. That's not weakness, it's precision. Silence is discipline. It's the space that gives your words value when you finally use them. In relationships, silence can reset the emotional balance. When words spiral into patterns, silence can stop the cycle, not as punishment, but as a shift. You let them hear themselves. Let them reflect. That pause says more than an argument ever could. It builds mystery too. When you stop oversharing, people notice, they lean in, they wonder. And many, whether out of fear or respect, start to think more before speaking around you. That's presence. Imagine someone lies about you. You don't defend, don't react. Time passes. You keep moving. Eventually, people start asking, why the silence? What's the real story? And in that space, your consistency speaks louder than any defense. You kept your integrity. They exposed their instability. Silence can't be faked. It must be practiced. You learn to observe without needing to explain. You notice behavior, motives, patterns. You get smarter without becoming bitter. You suffer, heal, and grow without announcing it. And in that silence, you become a different version of yourself, unmoved by noise, unbothered by misunderstanding. Your actions start to whisper your truth. Your peace becomes undeniable, and your presence carries weight. That's the essence of this all silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And if you've made it this far, if something in you is resonating with these words, then you know it already. Silence has been calling you, not as avoidance, but as mastery. So take it, use it. Watch what it gives you that questioning never could. And remember, truth doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it says nothing at all. And in those moments, the wise ones are listening. If you've made it to the end of this video, take a second to subscribe to Digital Stoic. This space is here to sharpen your thinking, strengthen your mind, and return you to the power the world tries to distract you from. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.